tell you what, Jake, you get the prize because you pronounced Andrew's name perfectly. Okay, I'm not going to ask you to spell it, but you did a great job there on that last game. Welcome back to the interview set. Joe and Tom, I think you guys are probably a little cold, but I watched you. You did a great job out there on camera. Tom, you getting used to it? Come up here, Tom Kelly. Come on up here.
Sure, I'll talk.
You talk. Joe, you could watch that camera. Just make sure we're on and we're going here. I know it's a little cold in there, isn't it?
Just a bit.
But that gives you the feel for hockey, doesn't
it? It's fantastic.
First time you've been on camera?
First time.
Been behind the camera.
I've been behind the camera.
On the camera. Behind the camera as opposed to being on camera.
Yes.
Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, it's a bit intense because hockey is a very, very fast game. I've gained so much respect for cameramen across the NHL.
Right, because they're able to actually follow it. And their cameras, by the way, are
they're actually
four times
good.
The size.
They're actually good at it, too.
Yes, they're very good at it. And they're 4 times the size of yours, I might add. So,
oh, okay. Makes it a bit harder.
You've watched a lot of hockey, high school hockey.
Yeah.
What are you impressed with the level of play that you're seeing?
Oh, yeah, because the best I've seen is Franklin Mansfield, the jewel of the Hockamock League. So here you get a bunch of the prep schools, the private schools. The skill level is so much higher, I have to say.
You can really see the difference.
They actually know how to break out of their own zone.
Yeah, as opposed to just skating up and down the wing and what have you, right?
Yes.
So we've got one more game coming up. It's the Marlboro-Ashland game. And Andrew and Jake are going to flip roles and do that game next, too. And we're ready to go. And that's going to be the last live stream game that we do for the day.
Fun today.
You've enjoyed it?
Oh, yeah. This place is a palace. Hockey there, hockey over there.
And I'm not sure what's
fantastic.
going on over here, let's just say. They may be the Hayden Nets or something like that. I'm
something.
not quite sure.
I don't know either.
But I know this. I haven't been on skates in probably 40 years. And now that I've seen everybody skate, I won't be on skates anytime soon. It's a little intimidating. Everybody's so good at it.
Well, I'm what you call average. I'm not great. I'm not exactly what you...
Can you go around in a circle and stop?
I cannot stop.
Me neither. Crash into the boards.
Yeah,
That's how I always skate. It's probably why I
go
never
at full speed and just
never probably had much of a hockey career when you get right down to it.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what. I think the organizers of this tournament have to be very happy with the turnout. I know in years past they've had a few more teams involved, and perhaps with the exposure that MyHockeyLive is giving to this tournament next year, they might be able to generate some more, a few more teams. But I think it's been good. Again, I think there are only 4 girls games too. I mean, I know there are more
up the girls games. Up the girls games. Get Duxbury in here. They're so good.
Works for me. I just want to see.
I actually know the good teams.
Showcase high school hockey.
Yeah.
To me, that's what I'd like to see.
It's really when it's really played at this level. It's fantastic. I mean, if you've seen I went to the Garden to see the Super 8 final. Fantastic. The last few years.
Well,
Malden Catholics won all of them, but still, great games.
It's pretty amazing. 4-time defending champs, Malden Catholic.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, well, there was another Catholic school in this state that, let's just say, had that kind of dynasty for a long time. I know Billy Hansen from Catholic Memorial will be upset if I don't give him a plug and a shout-out.
CM.
They are legendary, needless to say. But Malden Catholic's doing a great job. And I think we talked about Ryan Fitzgerald, one of their alums who got drafted by the Bruins.
Not the first one from MC, though.
No.
To get drafted by an NHL team.
No.
Which just speaks to their great program over there.
Well, I'm amazed at hockey players in general. They're all nice kids. They're respectful. They're disciplined. They understand
and they're fun to be around, too.
They're fun to be around. They understand that it's just a sport.
Just a game.
Just a game.
The world won't stop turning if you lose.
That's right. I hope we're not battling with that music over there, but I wish we could almost swing that camera around and show them what's going on over there.
Dancing.
They're doing,
think they're practicing their figure skating routine?
They've got to be in figure skating. They get it out of the Hayden Nets, which is a Lexington-based company.
This is a hockey day.
But this is a hockey arena, so I'm going to guess they're figure skating of some kind. But hey, you know what?
Yeah.
There's dry ice training and there's on ice training, right?
Oh yeah.
I don't think you'd see the Bruins doing what these ladies are doing behind us, but you never know. It's all about flexibility, rhythm, and all that. Speaking of Bruins.
Oh, Bruins?
They won a game on the West Coast.
They won a game, guys.
They beat the, are they the Arizona or the Phoenix
The
Coyotes?
Arizona Coyotes.
Arizona Coyotes. And
Coyotes are so
I
bad.
mean, you must be happy that they at least won one game out west. I mean, this is this is going to be an interesting team.
I really thought they should have won in San Jose up 2-0, and then the second period happened, and the rest of that game was history.
Wasn't that 6-2 or something?
It was 7-4.
Oh, 7-4.
The Bruins
6-2.
got back on top like 4-3, and then lost 7-4 in the third period. So not a great outing if you're the Boston Bruins there.
So is it their
But
defense that's in?
it's everything that's in disarray right now. Their offense is lacking without David Krejci. The Bergeron line has been inconsistent. Soderberg has been solid game in and game out, but he hasn't been really producing.
He's not a spectacular player. He makes spectacular plays, and he's really adapting to that NHL game after a couple of years.
And here's the other thing. Half the Bruins roster right now, thanks to the injuries, are the Providence Bruins. I mean, what do you expect them to do?
Exactly what they are doing, making lots of mistakes down the stretch of games.
Trotman is a great example of this.
Well, I just wonder the long-term effects of what this will have on that team moving forward, because if they're getting beat up mentally at a level that they shouldn't be playing at right now, you got to wonder what that's going to do to them in the future too. Even though a lot of people believe you got to play against better competition to get better at what you do.
You do, and I think you hit the nail right on the head, Jimmy.
Sometimes I do.
You have to. Yeah.
Sometimes
I don't have my notes together.
No, I understand. No, and plus you were freezing cold. So, and I haven't asked you this, but
yeah, sure.
I may give you I'm going to ask if you and Joe want to do the last game again in there, or actually, you know what I think I'll do? I'll make an executive producer decision. Hey, Mark, since you can hear me, Jake and Andrew and Jake and Joe, why don't we do like a round robin between the four of you, so that Andrew, you start at play-by-play, and Joe, you do color with him. All right, and then you two on cameras, and then switch it out for the second period, so that you two, does that work? Yeah. Everybody goes home happy?
Yeah. Sure.
Right, because what we're trying to do here more than anything else is give opportunities for young people to get experience doing hockey games, producing television, getting behind the camera, using their voice to communicate, all that neat stuff.
All right.
And I think that's
sounds like fun, Jimmy.
I think, well, we got 2 college graduates and we got 2 high school kids.
Oh.
And by the way, just for the record, the one college kid that I expected to show up texted me at 1:40 in the morning and said, I'm just not going to be able to make it out there today. And I haven't gotten back to him to say, oh, but you were able to be up at 1:40 in the morning, so exactly how much you'll get to make those decisions later next year too, because you have to prioritize your time.
I
gave him an opportunity and he completely decided it wasn't important enough.
Blew it.
That's all right. You get to get back out there and you'll have some fun doing some commentary on the game and switch around with the guys, and we'll have some good.
It'll be a lot of fun.
It'll be fun. And so you can go do some prep for the Marlboro Ashland game.
Marlboro Ashland.
Yep.
I need rosters.
And good luck on finding the rosters.
Thank you.
Mark, do you want to join me for a few minutes over here? I'm going to give you the college grads a break, because I can tell they worked hard. You can pass your microphone over to the boss.
The boss, the big man.
The big fella.
Cheese.
That's right. And I believe we're in the last hour of our live video stream, because we have one more game to go. And as I mentioned, that's the Marlboro Ashland game. I'm looking at my clock here, my timer, and it's 10:05. So we should be wrapped by 5:30, 5:45. It's about 10:05 now. There'll be one more game. They're coming on the ice now.
Yeah, the teams are just coming on for the final game now, so we should be wrapping certainly by 5:30-ish. Yeah, 5:30. We'll call it a wrap. And my feet are hurting me, but what a great day, Jimmy. Just an unbelievable opportunity here for MyHockeyLive to kind of kick off our first official season. Of course, we've been at this for a couple of years now, but not to this level. So we appreciate your help and your support in making this happen. This has been a wonderful thing.
Well, I'll tell you, Mark, it does amaze me, because, being in television for 35 years and being able to now set up your own equipment, go live off the internet, produce quality programming, train young people. I mean, I don't think it gets better than that. I don't want to go back. And people ask me, how come you don't want to go back on television? I don't want to. I've had my thrill. Thank you very much. By the way, it's a good thing this is not smell-o-vision. This is the first time that I've really experienced the smells of a hockey arena. And I got to tell you, I'm amazed by it.
Yeah, all those folks that have loaded up their cars with the hockey gears over the years, Jimmy, it's an odor I guess you become used to.
Oh, no, I'm guessing you've become used to it, yeah. But it's shocking when you first get here. And,
it is.
And, of course, you know, the arenas all inside are cold. So there's really, there's a lot of hockey parents that are out there supporting this sport that not only give their money to teams and clubs and what have you, but the time, and I know the stories of the hockey parents waking up at 4:30 in the morning to get the kids to the rinks so they can have ice time at 5:30. It showed up here at 8:45 this morning, and sure enough, the squirts were coming off and the midgets were going on, and it's like unbelievable to me.
Yeah, absolutely, and we'd be remiss not to mention that this tournament is in memory of Garrett Reagan, and anybody that wants to contribute to the Garrett Reagan fund, which is basically a fund for a scholarship fund at the end of the season. John McGuire, head coach of the Waltham Hawks. John is also in charge of the Garrett Reagan tournament, and we were able to make a contribution here today as well. But again, reach out to John McGuire or to MyHockeyLive.com, and we'll make sure that John gets in touch with you. But it is a great scholarship fund in memory of Coach Reagan, who this tournament's after.
Absolutely, and we should also put a shout out to Wes Tuttle, the general manager of this place, the rink at New England Sports Center here in Marlborough, because the Bauer guys showed up, they set up. Just for the record, they're no longer here. We outlasted the Bauer guys. That's okay.
Not many tables remaining here, Jimmy, but that's okay. That's why we're here, right? To bring it right to the end.
Exactly.
And beginning to end.
And I guarantee you that if we decided to pack it in now, we would hear from every person in Marlborough and Ashland.
That's right.
That we didn't cover their games.
That's right.
So and by the way, that's one of the reasons why back in the day when I was on New England Cable News, they always said to us, why aren't you doing high school sports? And I said, it's New England.
Right.
And I said, if we do the high schools in the greater Boston area, we will hear from Central Mass, Western Mass, New Hampshire, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Vermont, and Maine. So it's very tough to do, and you just couldn't do it, you know?
Yeah, and times have changed now, and you speak of that, and we had Coach Foley from Springfield Cathedral come by, and we'll be looking forward to doing some of their games. We just had Hudson on the ice. We'll probably be doing more of those games. We'll be right back here in Marlborough next Saturday for Lincoln Sudbury and their fundraising event, and then we'll be in Natick with
same time
with Natick Framingham same time, and
is that never? You guys didn't do that last year.
We have never done 2 games in the same night, so this is exciting for us. We've also never done 7 games in a row, although
this will be a 6.5-hour live stream by the time we're done.
But it's all good, and we've got the Sereno tournament, Malden Catholic coming up. We cap off the end of the year, the regular season down at Falmouth. So as you said, Western Mass, Central Mass, Southern Mass, it doesn't matter, Northern Mass, doesn't matter where you are. We're happy to come out and stream the games live. Lowell Catholic, coach came by today. I think we're going to do at least 2 of their games.
Oh, great.
So we're excited about that. So again, anybody interested in having their game streamed, info@myhockeylive.com. Don't be bashful. Doesn't matter where you're located. We'll come out and do the game. You got to have internet. That's about it, right?
And these days, everybody has internet and access to the internet on mobile platforms. And I think that's really also kind of kicked in even more people doing these types of things. And I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to come in and kind of give the experience that I've had of producing television for 35 years, just to kind of step up the production a little bit. And we did the best we could today, given the challenges. And it's the first time all of us have kind of worked together and gotten together. We had one meeting, and that was it. And I'd never met Mark Sullivan before, and what a great guy. And the support of Sullivan Tire is something that is terrific. Are they ready in the broadcast booth?
All right, we're going to kick it over to them over in the broadcast booth. Take it away, fellas.
Off you go, Marlborough and Ashland.
All right.